us about your work? You were starting to describe some of the technique, but tell us also about the masks and where it's coming from.
Yeah, so I have these two, and I have another one in the hallway as well. And it's all masked beings. So the one on the left, it's called Harvest, and it basically focuses on a ceremonial mask from West Africa, which is usually worn, and they do dances with the mask on during sometimes during funerals, just during harvest festival season, and it's just one of those things that I've always been attracted to. Growing up, I've always had like African masks in my home, so it's just always been present in my life. And within the past few years, I've just been more interested with incorporating them in my portraits. So whether it's just from seeing them in videos or photos, or actually going to different parts of Africa and interacting with cultures, I'm just always fascinated by just the use of masks and just so many cultures. And so I put feathers in there. The mask usually has buffalo fur, but obviously I couldn't get that, so I use feathers instead. And for me, it's kind of a way to just thinking about my travels. This past few years has been so much happening, and I was fortunate to actually travel during the time that COVID and everything was going on, and just interact with so many different people and from all over the world. And so everywhere I go, I'm always looking for feathers, and so I just collect feathers. And I have so many feathers that I've collected from when I was in Mexico or Jamaica or anywhere else. And so any chance I get, I try to incorporate those into the work. And the piece to the right, it's called Reveal, and that one is kind of like a self-portrait in a way, because it speaks to just kind of just shedding layers of yourself. Sometimes we put on masks or we go to different places, whether it's going to a job or whatever in society. And so this piece kind of just speaks to finally just being more vulnerable, which is something I've also had to face in the past few years with just relationships and different things about nature. And so that one's just, he's pulling down the mask to reveal himself. And these pieces have a lot of different mixed media. Reveal has newspaper. There's some like flower petals in there from when I was walking the dogs that I found. Crackle paste has been one of my favorite mediums to use recently. It's an acrylic medium that when it hardens, it kind of gives these little streaks in there. But I found recently that if you kind of blend gel medium with it before it dries, then it removes the cracks. It still dries with like a thick texture, but it removes all the cracks. But this mask, I like. If you go real close, you'll see some of the streaks and the cracks in there. And to me, I feel like it adds perfectly to the theme, because he's pulling the mask down. It's like the mask is crackling and kind of fading away at the same time. The one in the hallway, that one speaks more to just my love for just mythology. And so there's a bunch of different influences in there. That one's called Moto Moto, which is Swahili for fire. And it's a woman that she's holding fire in her. She's the fire deity. The mask is from the Ivory Coast, but her outfit is, I pulled from Xena the Warrior Princess. I used to watch that song. Put in my work as much as possible. Just the different things that inspire me, the different things that I've learned from conversations, talking to other people, or from the books that I'm reading. And that's basically what these pieces represent.
That's great.